Hello everyone, this is Pranjali from Profound EduTech Private Limited. Now, today in this session, we'll discuss introduction part for Java programming language. Okay, so just a moment, I'm sharing my screen. Just give me confirmation, screen is visible or not. Yes, all of you. So please use chat box. Okay, I will check your reply. I will check your doubt as well as problems from chat box. I hope chat box is accessible for everyone. Okay. Okay. Yes. सबको accessible है, visible है screen. Okay. So now in this session, we'll discuss introduction part for Java programming language. Okay. Before going to learn this Java programming language, we'll discuss some concepts which we have already discussed in C programming language. Okay. So in C programming language, we have discussed very first part, that is why we need programming languages. Okay. So basically, general language means what? Medium of communication. With the help of that, we can communicate with each other. Exactly same if you want to communicate with any electronic device, okay, then we can use different computer languages, okay. So there are different computer languages which we have already discussed: low level, middle level, and high level language. So to communicate, to establish the communication between person and the electronic device. Okay. So electronic device, it can be any electronic device. Well, consider computer. So yes, what do you mean by computer? Anyone from your side? क्या होता है computer? Yes, all of you. Please use chat box. Okay, रोहित इज सेइंग ये इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस है. ओके, यस. Okay, Sachin is also saying it is an electronic device which we can use for storing the data. Okay, yes, correct. So computer means it is an electronic device which is used to manage and store the data, but typically in which format? In binary format, that is in the form of zeros and one. So we have discussed the entire communication process between the person and any electronic device, that is computer. Okay. So if you want to establish the communication between person and any electronic device, we need programming language. So first you have to learn one programming language very perfectly. Then easily you can communicate with any electronic device. So now today we'll focus on Java programming language. Okay. We'll see कि जावा हमें क्यों यूज करना है, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ जावा. ओके, देन व्हाई वी नीड जावा प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज. ऐसे different concepts we'll discuss in this session. But don't get confused, okay, and don't worry कि जावा ये hard difficult programming language है, but Java is easy programming language. Once you learn this Java programming language, then easily you can learn different frameworks. Okay. See, in Java programming language, there are some concepts. जो concepts same रहते हैं आपके frameworks में. For example, collection framework. Yes, so collection framework. This concept remains the same in different frameworks like Hibernate framework, Spring framework, and Spring Boot framework also. Then one more concept is there, that is dependent object, that is nothing but association. So again ये concept भी same रहेगा in different frameworks. So once you learn these concepts in Java programming language, then बाकी frameworks में ये concepts को just आपको revise करने की जरूरत है. Okay, concepts remains the same, but just some syntactical changes are there. Okay, so once you learn this Java programming language perfectly, then easily you can learn different frameworks, because all these frameworks like Hibernate, Spring and Spring Boot framework, these frameworks are Java based framework. Means वहां पे भी आपको Java programming language ही use करना है. Okay, so now we'll see introduction part for Java programming. But before going to learn this introduction part, we'll see कि first तो हमने C programming language use किया है. Yes, now हमें Java programming language क्यों use करना है? So C programming language means ये procedure oriented programming language है. Means procedure oriented programming language focuses on procedure. Okay, now we will discuss about Java. So Java means it is an object oriented programming language. Means what? So object oriented programming language, which means everything is associated with object. Okay, so see, there are certain limitations while using C programming language. Hence, we'll go with object oriented programming language. So very first limitation is code complexity in C. Okay, when we use C programming language में pointers का concept है, dynamic memory allocation है, file handling है. Okay, so when we create these programs तो वहां पे code complexity होता है. Yes, then second limitation is your C programming language cannot restrict the data. Okay, C programming language में आप आपके डेटा को restrict नहीं कर सकते हो, but it can be possible in Java programming language. Means what? C में जो भी डेटा आप write करते हो, each and everything you need to define within the main method, and main function consists two parts, declaration part and second one is execution part. But in Java, with the help of some access modifiers, we can specify the data, we can restrict the data. So कौन से access modifiers है, we'll discuss afterwards. Okay, then one more complexity, that is procedure oriented approach. Means when we use our C programming language, focus is only on procedure, not on data. But when we use object oriented programming language, then focus रहेगा आपके data पे. Then no real life modeling, which means your C programming language does not visualize the things in terms of roles and responsibility. Means when we construct our program in C programming language, वहां पे आपने कुछ roles and responsibility का data define नहीं किया था. But now we can define that data. Okay, we can define some terms with the help of roles and responsibility in your object-oriented programming language. Okay, so these are the some limitations of C programming language. Hence, we'll use object-oriented programming language. Okay. So yes, all of you clear कि हमें क्यों learn करना है ये Java programming language? Because to overcome these limitations. कौन से limitations? code complexity in C, then procedure oriented approach, then no real life data modeling, means your C programming language does not visualize the things in terms of roles and responsibility. And last one is your C programming language does not restrict the data access. Okay. So to overcome these limitations, हम use करेंगे object oriented programming language. Now, object oriented programming language means everything is associated with object. In Java, we'll create class. Okay. Java में each and everything you need to define within the class. And वो class का data हम कैसे access कर सकते हैं? So we can access the class का data with the help of an object. Okay. So that's why everything is associated with object. With the help of object, we can access our class data. Now we'll see what is object and what is class. So see first what is an object. First we'll go through the slide. Object means any entity that is worth giving consideration in software system. So object can be tangible or intangible. Tangible which means जो physically exist होता है, and intangible which means जो logically exist होता है. So tangible objects जो physically exist होता है means car, bottle, table, pen, notebook. These are the different objects. Means कौन से tangible objects. Intangible means जो just logically exist होता है, that is air. So these are the two different types of objects, tangible or intangible. But basically, there are four different characteristics of an object: state, then behavior, then identity, and then responsibility. So we'll discuss these characteristics. So first we have discussed object. So object means any entity that is worth giving consideration in software system. So to define these characteristics, we'll consider one example, that is car. तो कार हमारा एक object है. We'll see characteristics. Very first characteristic of an object is state. So what do you mean by state? State, that is nothing but value possessed by an attribute. और in other words, इस state को आप variables बोल सकते हो. Okay, we can define attributes as well as these are nothing but data members. Okay, so do you remember in C programming language आपने variables use किए थे? Yes. So वो variables, that is nothing but state. Okay, which is also called as data members in object oriented programming language. So we'll see state. कार हमारा एक एग्जाम्पल है ऑब्जेक्ट का. यस, तो कार के स्टेट्स मीन्स कार के वेरिएबल्स, कार के एट्रीब्यूट्स, कार के डेटा मेंबर्स क्या हो सकते हैं? एनीवन फ्रॉम योर साइड? कार के डेटा मेंबर्स और कार के एट्रीब्यूट्स क्या हो सकते हैं? यस. Okay, Vinisha is saying price. Yes, correct. Yes, what about other students? Yes, Rohit, Sachin, Ram. Okay, yes. So रोहित ने statements attribute का example दिया है. that is color. Yes, good. So see, statements attributes. Okay. So car के attributes, car के data members. Very first one is color of your car, then price, okay, then model number, and then model name also. So these are the different data members of your car. Second characteristic is behavior. Okay. Now, behavior means what? Behavior is nothing but functions. It is also called as methods, or in object-oriented programming language, will use member functions. Okay. सो सेम डेटा आपने सी में भी यूज किया है, सी में भी आपने वेरिएबल्स डिफरेंट मेथड्स यूज किए थे. Exactly same in object oriented programming language. Behavior is nothing but functions, or you can say methods or member function. So car के functions क्या हो सकते हैं? कार के functions? Yes, anyone from your side? हमने यहाँ पे कंसिडर किया है वन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट दैट इज कार. So based on this car object, we'll define different characteristics. First characteristic already we have defined, that is a state, which is nothing but data members, or you can say attributes. Okay. Yes, all of you. What is behavior? Means what are the different member functions, methods of car? Yes. Yes, Rohit, Sachin, Vinisha, Ram. Okay, कुछ कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. We'll see behavior or functions of car. So car का function, that is nothing but start. Yes. See, behavior means what? Behavior which means response to an external message. Yes. So start, then stop, then turn left, then turn right, then speed up, speed down, reverse. These are the different functions, means member functions of your car. Clear? Statements, value possessed by an attribute. Behavior, which means response to an external message. तो कार के मेंबर फंक्शंस, कार का बिहेवियर क्या हो सकता है? स्टार्ट, स्टॉप, स्पीड अप, स्पीड डाउन, टर्न लेफ्ट, टर्न राइट, रिवर्स. These are the different member functions. One more important point. In object-oriented programming language, we'll use class concept also. So see यहाँ पे class means it is a collection of state and behavior. Okay, means class is a collection of data members and member function. Okay, then we'll discuss third characteristic, that is identity. So identity, that is nothing but unique piece of information. तो आपके क्लास में भी number of students present है. So how I can identify a particular student? Yes, by their name. Okay, तो आपका नेम आपकी आइडेंटिटी है. तो यहाँ पे भी ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में आप आपका डेटा कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करोगे? उसके लिए वी नीड यूनिक इंफॉर्मेशन. तो यहाँ पे हमारा ऑब्जेक्ट है कार. तो कार का आइडेंटिटी कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करोगे? कार, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मॉडल नंबर. यस, सो कार का आइडेंटिटी दैट इज मॉडल नंबर. Then last characteristic is responsibility. So responsibility, which means what? Purpose of existence. तो कार का रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी क्या है? क्यों यूज करते हैं हम कार? Yes, all of you, please give reply in chat box. Okay. Vinisha is saying for traveling. Very good. Correct. So responsibility, that is nothing but purpose of existence. तो कार का responsibility क्या है? Taking people from one place to another place as and when required. Okay. So these are the different characteristics of an object: state, behavior, identity, and responsibility. State, that is nothing but attributes, or in object oriented programming language, for state हमें data members keyword use करना है. Behavior, that is nothing but functions, means member functions, that is response to an external message. Third, identity, means unique piece of information. And last, responsibility, means purpose of existence. So yes, all of you cleared this object concept. With the help of this example, easily आपको समझ में आएगा. If we take one example of car, so based on that, we'll define different characteristics जैसे मैंने define किए. Instead of car, आप दूसरे भी objects define कर सकते. But same आपको state means data members means variables define करने पड़ेंगे. Behavior means उसका function. Identity उसका uniqueness. And responsibility means उसका purpose of existence. So yes, all of you cleared this object concept and its characteristics. Okay, Rohit is saying yes. Sachin ने भी reply दिया है yes. Okay, now we'll see same thing जो हमने discuss किया है. Characteristics of an object. So state, set of values assigned to your attributes. Behavior, response of an object to some external message. Identity, unique piece of information that distinguishes object from other objects of same type. And responsibility means purpose of existence of an object in software system. Okay. Now, same example we have discussed, different attributes means state, behavior, identity, and then responsibility. So we'll see class. Already we know that class means it is a collection of state and behavior, means it is a collection of data members and member function. So class, it is a blueprint from which individual objects are created. For example, all Mercedes and Audi cars are object of car. Let's consider कि car, it is a class. Then इसके different objects क्या होंगे? All Mercedes, all Audi cars. These are the different examples of object which belongs to the same class, that is car. So based on this, can anyone give me one example for class? और क्या हो सकता है class का example? Yes. Okay. बोलो. See, student, it is a class. And in that student class, there are different students are present, like John, Smith, Raj, okay, Naina. These are the different objects which belongs to the same class called student. Then one more example, suppose fruits. It is a class. In this fruits class, we can define different fruits. Means, First, watermelon, mango, orange, strawberry. These are the different objects which belongs to the same class, that is fruit. Okay. So you can communicate with objects by sending them a message. If you want to communicate with your object, then you can communicate with objects by sending a message. Now, pillars of OOPS. It is a most important topic from object-oriented programming language. इंटरव्यू में वेरी फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन यही होता है, pillars of OOPS means pillars or features of object-oriented programming language. So we'll see first pillar, first feature, that is abstraction. So abstraction means what? Abstraction means it is a mechanism, okay, to hide the background details from the user and only showing essential things to the user. Means जो background details है वो hide करने हैं from user and only essential part display करना है, visible करना है to the user. That is abstraction. Means it is a mechanism which is used to hide the background details from the user and only showing essential things to the user. We'll see one example for abstraction. Best example for abstraction is आपका मोबाइल. Yes. See, अगर आपको आपके फ्रेंड को कॉल करना है तो आप क्या करते हो? फर्स्ट हम क्या करते हैं? नंबर डायल करते हैं. उसके बाद कॉलिंग का बटन आप प्रेस करते हो. यस. जैसे ही आप कॉलिंग का बटन प्रेस करते हो तो वहां पे आपका कॉल एस्टैब्लिश होता है एंड इमीडिएटली ओनली रिक्वायर्ड ऑप्शंस डिस्प्ले होते हैं ऑन योर स्क्रीन. कौन से ऑप्शंस? एंड कॉल, म्यूट, स्पीकर, कीपैड. देन रिकॉर्ड करना है आपको कॉल तो रिकॉर्ड का ऑप्शन रहेगा. फॉर कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल ज्वाइन का ऑप्शन रहेगा. यस. तो ये जो रिक्वायर्ड थिंग्स है ओनली दीज थिंग्स डिस्प्ले होते हैं ऑन योर स्क्रीन. बट इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट अगर आपका कॉल एस्टैब्लिश हो रहा है एंड कुछ डिस्टर्बेंस है तो वो डिस्टर्बेंस आपके स्क्रीन पे डिस्प्ले होता है क्या? यस ऑल ऑफ यू, होता है क्या? ओके, राज इज सेइंग नहीं होता है. जो भी डिस्टर्बेंस है वो डिस्प्ले नहीं होता है. देन आपका कॉल कैसे एस्टैब्लिश हो रहा है ये भी आपके स्क्रीन पे डिस्प्ले नहीं होता है. मीन्स ये क्या है? एब्स्ट्रैक्शन. ओके, मीन्स हाइडिंग the background details from the user and only showing essential things to the user. Clear all of you? ऐसे आप और एग्जांपल्स दे सकते हो क्या मुझे फॉर एब्स्ट्रैक्शन? यस, यस विनीशा, रोहित, राज, रमा. ओके, रोहित ने एक आंसर दिया है, दैट इज रिमोट. यस. सो विद द हेल्प ऑफ रिमोट आप जस्ट चैनल्स चेंज करते हो तो जस्ट चैनल्स चेंज होते हैं, वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज एंड डिक्रीज होता है. यस. बट पीछे क्या हो रहा है वो डिस्प्ले नहीं होता. ओके, सो abstraction which means the mechanism of hiding the background details from the user and only showing essential things to the user. Next feature is encapsulation. So encapsulation which means wrapping up of data. Okay, the process of binding together state and behavior of an entity. So which means what? Wrap karna hai state. We know that state means data members and behavior, that is nothing but function. So encapsulation means wrapping up of data members into a single unit. So best example of encapsulation is capsule. Okay. So you must have to take a capsule whenever you will feel ill. आपको कैप्सूल की जरूरत होती है जब आप बीमार पड़ते हो. Yes. तो कैप्सूल मीन्स व्हाट? क्या होता है कैप्सूल में? स्मॉल स्मॉल ग्रैन्यूल्स और पाउडर होता है. सो डायरेक्टली स्मॉल ग्रैन्यूल्स एंड पाउडर आप कंज्यूम नहीं कर सकते हो. दैट्स व्हाई उन्होंने वो सारा डेटा रैप किया है इनटू अ सिंगल यूनिट कॉल्ड कैप्सूल. ओके. So encapsulation means wrapping up of data members and member functions into a single unit. Then after encapsulation, entity will decide which information should be directly provided to outside world and which information should be hidden. Okay. So for data security, this encapsulation feature is used. Next, most interesting part, that is inheritance. So inheritance means inheriting the properties of existing class to create specialized form of an entity. Basically, in this inheritance concept, reuse होता है आपका data. Inheritance means inheriting, acquiring the properties of existing class to create specialized form of an entity. So see, inheritance is always moving from generalization to specialization. And when we use this inheritance concept, it always exhibits is a kind of relationship. So can you see this example? That is person, employee, admin, and programmer. So how to read this example? We cannot read like this. Person is a employee. सारे persons employee है क्या? No. Then again we cannot read like this. That is employee is a admin. सारे employees admin है क्या? Some programmers है, some testers है, some HR department में है. Yes. So inheritance is always moving from generalization to specialization. Means always your child class inherits the property of parent class. So always you have to read from child to parent. So we'll read this example like this. Admin is an employee. Programmer is an employee. And employee is a person. Yes, admin employee है, programmer employee है, and employee person है. तो यहाँ पे कौन सा relationship maintain हो रहा है? Is a kind of relationship. One more important point, when we use inheritance concept, arrow always आपको upward direction में ही use करना है. Because your child class is going to inherit the property of parent class. Okay. See, when we use this inheritance concept, यहाँ पे different keywords use होते हैं for parent as well as for child class. So parent class, which is also called as super class, which is also called as base class. Then चाइल्ड क्लास को कौन से कीवर्ड्स यूज होते हैं? चाइल्ड क्लास, यू कैन कॉल इट एज सब क्लास, एंड देन इट इज आल्सो कॉल्ड एज डिराइव्ड क्लास. ओके. सो एनी कॉम्बिनेशन में ये क्लासेस के नेम्स आप यूज कर सकते हो. पेरेंट क्लास, सुपर क्लास एंड बेस क्लास सेम ही है. चाइल्ड क्लास, सब क्लास एंड डिराइव्ड क्लास ये भी सेम ही. ओके. नाउ इनहेरिटेंस के लिए बेस्ट एग्जांपल इज योर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स, देन योर पेरेंट्स, एंड देन यू. क्लियर? Means you are inheriting the properties of your parents, and then your parents are inheriting the properties of their grandparents. So inheritance जो है वो ऑलवेज मूव होता है फ्रॉम जनरलाइजेशन मीन्स फ्रॉम पेरेंट टू चाइल्ड. Clear this inheritance feature? Okay. Yes. All students are saying yes. We'll see. Next, last feature, that is polymorphism. Polymorphism means what? Poly means many and morph means form. So ability to take more than one form is said to be polymorphism. Okay? तो यहाँ पे वन एग्जाम्पल दिया है, that is vehicle, bike and truck. One more important point about this polymorphism. यहाँ पे polymorphism आप अचीव कर सकते हो through inheritance. So can you see in this diagram? First inheritance है, that is bike is a vehicle, then truck is a vehicle, means bike and truck. These two entities are inheriting the property of vehicle class. And now here you can define polymorphism. Poly means many and morph means forms. So ability to take more than one form is said to be polymorphism. So see यहाँ पे common message अगर आपने दिया है, that is stop. तो bike and truck दोनों क्या होंगे? स्टॉप ही होंगे एट द सेम टाइम, बट इनका बिहेवियर इम्प्लीमेंटेशन जो है वो डिफरेंटली. सो व्हेन वी गिव स्टॉप मैसेज टू बाइक, बाइक विल यूज डिस्क ब्रेक टू स्टॉप, एंड व्हेन वी गिव स्टॉप मैसेज टू ट्रक, देन ट्रक विल यूज एयर ब्रेक टू स्टॉप. इम्प्लीमेंटेशन डिफरेंट हो गया है बट आउटपुट सेम ही आएगा. दोनों व्हीकल्स एट द सेम टाइम क्या होंगे? स्टॉप होंगे. यस, we'll discuss real life examples also. Now, suppose आपके क्लास में नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स प्रेजेंट है. ओके, सपोज मैंने आपको एक प्रोग्राम दिया है, एक क्वेश्चन आपको सॉल्व करना है, दैट इज यू हैव टू परफॉर्म एडिशन ऑफ two integers, that is 10 and 20 का एडिशन आपको करना है. ओके, सो फॉर दैट यू हैव टू कंस्ट्रक्ट प्रोग्राम. यस, सो अगर यहाँ पे आपने सी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज यूज किया है टू कंस्ट्रक्ट योर प्रोग्राम टू कैलकुलेट द एडिशन ऑफ टू इंटीजर्स, सो सम स्टूडेंट्स क्या करेंगे? डायरेक्टली असाइन करेंगे वैल्यूज. a equals to 10, b equals to 20 and then c equals to a plus b. आउटपुट क्या आएगा? 30 ही आएगा. सम स्टूडेंट्स क्या करेंगे? एक्सेप्ट करेंगे वैल्यूज फ्रॉम यूजर. सो फॉर दैट printf एंड scanf फंक्शन आप यूज करोगे. यूजर से एक्सेप्ट करोगे आप डेटा 10 and 20, so addition will be again 30. Some students will use functions. Okay, so some students ने function use किया है, that is no return type and with parameter. Okay, then again at the time of calling आपने पास किए हैं values 10 and 20, still output क्या आएगा? 30. Some students will use command line argument also. So at the time of execution, you can pass the value 10 and 20, still output remains the same. So can you see, एक ही program है, आपको addition करना है, but in number of ways we can implement that, that is polymorphism, means ability to take more than one form. Okay, और instead of this, one more based example, आप खुद ही polymorphism का best example हो. आप बोलोगे कैसे? So, जब आप आपके फ्रेंड्स के साथ होते हो तो आपका बिहेवियर कैसे होता है? वेरी फ्रेंडली. यस, देन वही अगर आप एक स्टाफ के साथ हो तो आपका बिहेवियर कैसा रहेगा? वेरी सिंसियर. यस, तो पर्सन एक ही है ना, बट बिहेव डिफरेंटली कर रहा है, दैट इज पॉलीमॉर्फी. क्लियर ऑल ऑफ यू? यस, प्लीज यूज चैट बॉक्स टू आंसर. ओके, यस, रमा राज ने आंसर दिया है, यस, क्लियर है दीज फीचर्स. ओके, now we'll see how to define class in your programming, means in your Java programming language. So to define a class in Java, class keyword is used, followed by class name. Remember one thing, जो भी class name आप use करोगे, उस class का first name must be in capital. And then here you can define your states, that is nothing but data, members, and then member functions. Okay, each and everything you need to define within the class. Okay, now we'll see history of Java programming language. So Java means ये ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज है. So जो हमने डिस्कस किया है, all the features, that is object, class, abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism and inheritance, these concepts are there in your Java programming language. So your Java programming language is an object oriented programming language. जैसे हमने सी में सारे एप्लीकेशंस लर्न किए थे, मींस व्हाई वी यूज सी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज, exactly same, there are different applications of Java programming language also. Now, this Java programming language we can use to design, very first we can design desktop applications, that is nothing but stand alone applications, जो applications आप आपके requirement के अनुसार use कर सकते हो. With the help of Java programming language we can design enterprise, that is nothing but distributed applications. Best example of distributed application is बैंक application. एक centralized process server रहेगा which will transfer the different services. Then with the help of Java programming language we can design mobile applications. So with the help of Java and Android we can design desktop, we can design mobile applications. Then with the help of Java, we can design microservices also. So these are the different applications of Java programming language. And to design these Java programming language, there are different Java editions, there are different Java platforms are present, like JSE, that is Java Standard Edition, JEE, Java Enterprise Edition, then J2ME, that is Java Micro/Mobile Edition. Okay, these are the different platforms, different editions which we can use to design Java applications. So this Java programming language was developed by James Gosling and his team. Okay, कहाँ पे? At Sun Microsystem. Means what? Sun Microsystem ये भी एक सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी ही है, like Capgemini, TCS. तो यहाँ पे जेम्स गॉसलिंग एंड उनके टीम ने ये जावा प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज डेवलप किया. नाउ बिफोर दिस जावा, इस प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज का नेम डिफरेंट था, दैट इज ओक. ओके, सो ओक ये प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज था फर्स्ट, बट बिकॉज ऑफ सम ट्रेडमार्क इश्यूज उन्होंने ये नेम चेंज किया है फ्रॉम ओक टू जावा. And these are the different applications of Java programming language. Then we'll see compilation process of Java programming language. I will show you that process first. See, process of compilation and process of converting your bytecode into the machine code. So in C programming language, already we have discussed, when we construct our Java program, जब आप compile करते हो, तो directly आपका source code machine code में convert होता है. But in Java programming language, first your source code gets converted into the bytecode. That is nothing but into the dot class file. And after interpretation, this bytecode gets converted into the machine code. Again, one more difference between your C and Java programming language. C uses compiler, okay, but Java uses both compiler and interpreter. In C programming language, directly your Java program or directly your source code gets converted into the bytecode, and after interpretation, in Java, it gets converted from byte code to machine code. Okay, so this is the compilation and interpretation process of Java programming language. We'll see one program. With the help of that program, you will get more clarity about this compilation and interpretation part. So first, I want to print one message on my terminal. That is, I want to print hello world message. Okay. So first, always you have to save your Java file, Java program with .java extension. You can give any name to your file, but extension must be .java. As I told you how to define class in Java with the help of class keyword followed by class name. You can give any name to your class. Suppose right now मैंने दिया है class name, that is first. And then in Java, everything you need to define within the class. Now, to execute our program, we need main method. So in C programming language, we have used void main or int main function. But Java में main method कैसे write करना है? That is public, then static, void, main, and then string arguments. Okay. Now what is public, static, void, and main? So see, public means it is a access modifier. So when we use this public access modifier, आपका data accessible होता है throughout the entire application. So who is responsible for the execution of your Java program? So your JVM. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. So ये responsible है to execute your Java programs, and every program's execution should start from your main function. तो ये main function आपके JVM को accessible होना चाहिए. That's why you need to define this public access modifier. Then static. So static, it is a keyword which I have used with my method. So it is a static member function. When we define static member function, there is no need to call that function by defining an object. Without defining an object, you can call that function. Then void, it is a return type of your method, and main means name of your method. And यहाँ पे parameter pass किया है, that is string arguments. So by default, जो भी arguments, जो भी parameters आपके main method को pass होते हैं, वो कौन से type के होते हैं? String type के. And args name of your array or string का data define किया है. And then subscript notation means array, number of string arguments. Okay. Now I want to display one message. So output के लिए in C programming language we have used printf function, but in Java you have to use println function. So for that you have to use system.out.println. So println, it is a function which is used to print, to display the data. Means Java programming language में output के लिए ये function use होता है. So system, it is a class, out it is an object, and println, it is a method. And then whatever data you want to print on your terminal, on your console, then that data you need to define within the double quotes. So I want to print one message, that is hello world message. Okay. So your message, and again each and every instruction should end with semicolon. Then main function close, and then your class definition close. Now we'll see execution part. So to execute your Java program, right click, copy file path. Here first I have used Sublime Text. There are different editors we can use to execute your Java programs. Then open terminal. You have to change the directory first. CD space, then your file location. Okay. Now, first you have to compile your program. So for compilation, Java C compiler is used. So Java C space your file name. तो मैंने सेव किया है मेरा फाइल with first.java. Okay. Now, can you see successfully compiled? In this diagram, we have discussed after compilation, your Java program, means your source code, gets converted into the byte code, means dot class file generate होता है. We'll check in our folder कि हमारे folder में भी ये dot class means byte code generate हो गया है या नहीं. Okay. So here our folder, that is Java demo. Can you see? First मैंने मेरा फाइल सेव किया था, that is first.java. After compilation, convert हो गया है into the dot class file. So yes, this is the process of compilation. आपका source code means your .java file gets converted into the byte code. Here all of you, this process of compilation. Yes, Manisha, Rama, Rohit. Yes. Now, program to compile हो गया है. Now we need interpreter. So Java, it is an interpreter which converts your byte code into the machine code. So at the time of compilation, you have to use Java C followed by your file name .java, and for execution, you need to define Java space your class name in which your main function is present. Okay. At the time of interpretation, means at the time of execution, जिस क्लास में आपका मेन मेथड प्रेजेंट है उस क्लास का नेम आपको यूज करना है. सो माय क्लास नेम इज फर्स्ट. सो जावा स्पेस योर क्लास नेम in which your main method is present. Can you see जो मैसेज मैंने दिया है system.out.println में वो प्रिंट हो गया है. Clear all of you? Yes. So this is the just simple application of Java programming language. In Java programming language, everything you need to define within the class only. Okay. And then after compilation, your source code gets converted into the byte code, and after interpretation, your byte code gets converted into the machine code. Directly जावा का कोड मशीन कोड में कन्वर्ट नहीं होता. तो ऐसे भी आप डिफरेंस डिफाइन कर सकते हो इन बिटवीन योर सी एंड जावा. क्लियर है? यस. Now we'll discuss different features of Java programming language. So simple, then portable. Simple means Java programming language is easy to learn. Okay, so once you learn this Java programming language, then easily you can develop Java based applications. Then portable. One more important point about this Java programming language. That is, your Java programming language is platform independent programming language. Means what? Means Java का प्रोग्राम अगर आपने एक सिस्टम पे किया है तो वो प्रोग्राम आप डिफरेंट सिस्टम्स पे भी एग्जीक्यूट कर सकते. हाउ? फर्स्ट विल कंस्ट्रक्ट आवर फाइल. ओके, after compilation it generates bytecode. We can carry that bytecode and वो bytecode आप different systems, different architectures पे execute कर सकते. तो उसके लिए वही मशीन की जरूरत नहीं, वो मशीन डिपेंडेंट नहीं है. It is a platform independent programming language. It is main feature of your Java programming language. That is, your Java programming language is platform independent programming language. Then Java programming language is secure and robust. Robust means strong because there are different concepts which makes your Java programming language as a strong. Means exception handling is there. अगर आपके प्रोग्राम में कुछ एक्सेप्शन है, then you can handle that exception by giving suitable message to the user. Then distributed, we know that with the help of Java programming language, we can design, we can create. Distributed means enterprise applications. Then multi-thread, again one more important concept from Java, that is multi-threading. Thread means smallest unit of a process. So multiple threads execute होते हैं simultaneously, that is multi-threading. Then architecture neutral means what? See, when we use a C programming language, अगर आपका सिस्टम 32 बीट का है तो इंटीजर के लिए 2 बाइट्स मेमोरी अलोकेट होता है. Then अगर वो 64 बीट का है, then 4 bytes memory will be allocated to integer. But when we use Java, ये architecture neutral है, so यहाँ पे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा whether it is 32 or 64 bit. Java में integer के लिए 4 bytes ही allocate होते, that is architecture neutral. High performance with the help of exception handling, because of collection framework, because of multi-threading, it gives high performance. And interpreted. So your Java programming language uses both, that is compiler as well as interpreter. Okay, so C में क्या use होता है? Only compiler, which converts your source code into the machine code. But Java uses both your compiler as well as interpreter. So compiler and interpreter में difference क्या है? Compiler compiles or scans your entire program and then it generates the error. But interpreter interprets your program line by line. अगर आपके फर्स्ट लाइन में कुछ एरर है तो वो नेक्स्ट वाले स्टेटमेंट्स, नेक्स्ट वाले इंस्ट्रक्शंस इंटरप्रेट नहीं करता है. कब इंटरप्रेट करेगा? जब आप फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट, फर्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन का एरर रिजॉल्व करते हो, देन एंड देन ओनली इट विल check another statement. ओके, सो आपका जावा यूज करता है कंपाइलर एज वेल एज इंटरप्रेटर. आफ्टर कंपाइलेशन योर सोर्स कोड gets converted into the bytecode, means dot class file generate होता है, and after interpretation आपका bytecode convert होता है into the machine code. So clear these concepts. This is just introduction part of Java programming language. In Java programming language, there are different concepts are present like wrapper classes, then string, exception handling, file handling, multi-threading, collection framework. So these are the different concepts. So first, you have to learn basics from your Java programming language. Once you learn all the basic concepts from your Java programming language, then easily you can learn different programming language, and with the help of that, you can construct your applications with the help of Java programming language. So see, Java interesting है, difficult है क्या? No. So Java ये easy programming language है. अगर आपने अच्छे से सी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज लर्न किया है, मीन्स सी में जो कॉन्सेप्ट्स है वही कॉन्सेप्ट्स रिमेन्स सेम, जस्ट सम सिंटैक्टिकल चेंजेस आर देयर. एंड जो जावा में सम कॉन्सेप्ट्स है वो आपको फ्रेमवर्क्स में भी लगने वाले. ओके, सो योर फर्स्ट एम शुड बी यू हैव टू लर्न प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज वेरी परफेक्टली, देन इजीली यू कैन डिजाइन योर एप्लीकेशंस. Okay, so yes, all of you, is there any doubt in this session? Each and everything आपका clear हो गया है. This is just introduction part of Java programming language. So yes, all of you, is there any doubt? Okay, Sachin is saying no doubts, everything is clear, Sachin. Okay, Rohit, Rama. Okay, so all students are saying no doubts. So yes, all of you will stop here for the day. Okay.